Hey, we're live. Okay. Ooh,
Yes,
hey.
we're live.
Morning,
Good
everybody. Over
morning,
here.
good afternoon, good evening, and wherever you are in the globe. I hope you're having a great day, everyone. And it's Sunday morning here. It's almost 9 o'clock,
Believe it.
8:40 actually, Pacific Standard Time.
What the heck?
And we mentioned last night this we are in our 90 days go live, 90 days think and go live.
Think
Wait.
and go live. Think and grow rich, grow live. It's
Yeah,
okay.
90 days what? 90 days?
Think and grow rich, grow live.
90 days think and
Mm.
grow rich
Yeah.
challenge.
So challenge. Okay, good. It's easier
Challenge.
to say that because the two
Yes.
G's kind of mess me up
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And
Grow
so
rich, grow live.
we
Say
used to
that 10 times.
we used to do this at around 10 p.m. our time,
Yes.
Pacific Standard Time, but last night we decided
Kind of
that
dragging a little bit. It's kind of late, for us.
yeah,
So
it's
we had
kind
a
of
full
late
day and
for day week
yeah, did
2.
did some grocery shopping. I don't know if you've seen the prices lately, right? They're horrifying. I'm sure everybody else has gone through it, but yeah, it's we just were kind of a little draggy. But hey, we're back
Yeah, week
with a
2.
vengeance.
Starting week 2, we
Week
are
two,
doing it at 8 a.m.
8
but now
a.m.
it's kind of delayed. So around 8:30, 8:30 like that before
Whatever she says.
Monday to Friday, before I start work. Okay.
Okay,
So
what we got going on
what
here?
do we
Week two.
have for week 2? Today we're talking about the very principle in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, right?
The first principle, I
The,
think.
the first
Yeah.
principle in Napoleon Hill's book. And what is it? It's desire, not the desire that maybe you are thinking of. It's desire, the starting point of all achievement. So not that desire you are thinking of, but what is it?
How does she know what I'm thinking? So it's yeah, so it's I don't know what to say on this one.
Wait,
So every success, right? I think it's
wait.
every success starts with a burning desire, right? As we say. I mean, what do you like? What grabs you and and interest, right? What's going to propel you, right? Everybody wants something, right? That's the idea. So not a wish and not a dream, I would think, right? So and not a hope, right? It's something that you're going to start that desire and you're going to flip that into a goal, right? It's the idea, yeah. So it's like, oh, I feel something, I want something, I'm interested in something, and then it turns into a goal, right? So that's the desire. Every invention, like and business, right? I think it started right, as a desire and probably a goal, right? That's I'm guessing. It's like what is it like? A great example is Tesla, right? With the he's drawing in the sand. I don't know where it was, Central Park or whatever. He's drawing a sine wave in the
Elon
sand.
Musk.
No, no, it's Tesla.
Oh, Tesla
Nikola
himself.
Tesla, sorry, Nikola Tesla. He's drawing a sine wave in the sand, and he is manifesting or generating the desire, right, for AC power from that, just drawing that sine wave in the sand. That was
So
you
he's
know,
imagining.
he's imagining, right, correct. And when you draw the sine wave in the sand, he realizes that its AC power is really the thing. So it's I don't know, it's something out of my brain. So that's the desire and the idea, right? So anyways, how does all this? Oh, so I
So
don't know.
how, so that's about Tesla. So other
Yeah,
other things, right? To other businesses or other successful people. But how
sure.
does this principle, the desire, apply to our online business journey? We have our Baby Solutions. We are part of the community of business
Yeah.
entrepreneurs of almost 300,000 now.
Well, it's usually about like financial independence, right? And so you're unhooking yourself from your day job, right? So
Huh?
that's
Is that me?
I don't know.
Maybe some, I don't, I think that's, uh-huh.
Who would not want that, right? Come on, it's this way. You
No,
would want to
sometimes
unhook yourself
sometimes
from your
my
job.
gestures, and then
That's
the AI
hilarious.
the AI get
A
put
thumbs down
something.
from like getting money and getting away from your day job. No, I think it's a thumbs up. Yeah,
There you go.
right. The thumbs
It
down.
was
That's
me.
it.
Sorry.
That's really
No,
funny.
the AI is getting it, getting everything.
You gotta watch your thumb then
I
from
know.
now
I
on.
have
It's
to
a
watch my
weapon there.
thumb.
Exactly.
There you go.
Get that financial freedom and unhook yourself from your day job, right? Exactly. So the people have motivations like I don't know, more money for travel, more money for maybe they need to more money to get a house, or it could be a lot of things, right? So that's kind of the idea.
Yeah. But one thing something and having a burning desire for it or oh my god, there you go again. No, 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 no. It's
Oh my gosh.
where? Okay, go some
I don't think the AI
give me
likes
some
the desire.
reaction.
I
Okay,
think the AI likes the desire.
no, I have to keep
You
my
gotta watch
hands
it.
to
You
myself.
gotta keep your hands to yourself. Oh man, that's usually my problem. Okay,
So, but
awesome.
wanting something and having a burning desire for it are two different things or two
Don't use your thumb.
two different things. So when challenges come, and they will for sure, the challenges all the time. We
We're being
experience
challenged by the
challenge.
thumbs right now.
Yeah, this is the challenge for AI challenging us for keeping our my hands to myself. So when challenges come, like right now, we
Yeah.
are just laughing about it, right? Because it's not our fault that we are doing the unlike or something, and they will like this one. All challenges come and go, and an ordinary wish disappears. A burning desire keeps you moving forward. So whatever challenges there are, don't make that affect you in whatever goal you have.
Yeah, hold on to the wish and translate it. I think is the point, because a lot of people go through life and they wish things, right, and they want things, and then it doesn't get translated. Is what I believe the point is. You have to translate that into a real goal and the desire and move towards it. Because a lot of us go through every day that we're just thinking about things, right? Hey, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great? Right? And then
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you forget all that stuff.
You
and
do
then
nothing.
You do nothing, and then you dream about it, maybe, and then it starts again, and it's like, and the years go by, right? You're like, well, I'm not gonna be an astronaut because, hey, I didn't work towards it. So just
Wait, I
something
just
about.
wanna like my desire to exercise, right? I always say, at least I have the plan. I have at
Yeah,
least I
yeah,
have
yeah,
the
yeah.
the
You have the
desire.
plan.
I have
Yeah,
there's a plan, but I don't do it. So
yeah,
what happened to the plan?
yeah,
Nothing, right?
yeah.
So it's the
It's the
same way with
plans
the desire.
gathering dust.
I desire to be healthy and
Yes.
strong, for my muscle to be
And
strong
yesterday you went out and we
and
walked
walk.
around a lot, right? Yeah.
So
You feel a little better, maybe, huh?
yes, and the
Yeah.
desire, there's still the desire. Every day I have that desire, and now I am working
Towards
toward
that.
that
Yeah.
desire. Yeah, and so
So
I'm feeling better now.
so how does it translate to online business? Well, it's like you're motivated to do training skills.
Hmm.
You're on social media, you're connected with people, right? So on any level. And
Like
then
us,
and
we
then
are
you're
here.
and then you're consistent, right? So
Like
last thing,
us,
they talk about consistency, right? Consistency is really important.
yes.
I like am working on 6 projects at work, and I'm having a problem juggling them. But I'm consistent, right? At least I'm like, I know that by the end of the week, I gotta do certain things to push these things forward. And so
You work on it.
Friday comes and I do a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And so every Friday that happens, and I always put something towards that goal, okay, and that project, and move that project forward. And it's kind of a laughing thing in my head, but it's still moving forward. It's taking some time, but that's going to be kept moving forward, and that's the patent thing. That's the point. So even if it's a little bit and you're consistent, just keep doing it, right? Even if it sounds stupid or funny, but it's just keep going. Yeah.
And last night I remember you saying about that successful people aren't always the smartest.
That is totally true. I mean, I've been to school with a lot of, like, let's see, some rich people,
Rich people.
some not so rich
He
people,
came from LA.
some smart people, right? A big mix, and I had a few mentors growing up and stuff, and they they imparted some. I have my own, like, the Point Hill thing, right? I mean, they imparted a bunch of really interesting things, and I was really a dumb 20-year-old. You're in your 20s, you think you know everything. You don't know anything, and I really, like, I didn't really, like, it didn't sink in until later And I'm like, oh crap, that's what they're talking about. And it's still sinking in, because you play back, I think, earlier parts of your life
I,
where certain smart people were talking to you, you're like, oh, that's what they're talking about.
and as you grow
Yeah,
older, you don't
right.
stop learning. You don't stop.
No.
Yeah, you don't
You hear all
stop
these things about,
thinking.
older people graduating college,
Mm.
I mean, a lot of the Greek philosophers are very old, right? It's, yeah, I mean, it's, I don't want to ever stop learning.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this
That's why we're
business
doing this, right?
helps
Doing the
us
business.
also like make our brains work so much.
Yeah,
Like
that's true
we
too.
don't want to be having the Alzheimer, the dementia, and all that. So especially we are growing older. Are we growing older?
No.
We're growing older.
I
It's just
am. You're not.
no. We are the number growing higher, growing higher. But the thing is, like we are also doing our best to make our brains still be active every day, so that the, be having a brain that's stagnant will result in dementia and Alzheimer. I don't know what really is the cause of dementia and Alzheimer, but we are trying to avoid it.
Yeah, I think that's very valid for us personally, and people who have relatives with Alzheimer's.
There's a lot.
You know what private hell you've gone through,
Yeah.
So
In the
trust me.
Philippines, we don't call it Alzheimer or dementia.
Yeah,
There's a lot of like old
there
people
is.
that it's the memory loss. There's memory loss. There's a lot of them. I saw them before, but we don't call it dementia. It wasn't diagnosed as dementia or as Alzheimer, and it
correct.
wasn't treated as such. We call it kabaw. Kabaw. It's forgetful.
Yeah, that's in fact my grandmother, who was on my mom's side, who was from Canada. She grew up in the early 1900s. Was born in the 1900s. They called it the forgetfulness, right? And so that's like the old west, term.
Yeah,
The forgetfulness.
Kabaw in the Philippines.
It's
Kabaw.
crazy, right? It's the other sides of the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to what we're saying.
Yes.
So, by the
Go
way,
back.
so but that's cool. We talk about it.
But I remember
So
when
keep the brain active.
Yeah,
keep
keep the brain
focused. Keep your
active.
goals, right? I mean, it's really the point.
But I remember when we first started this online business, we started learning and learning. There was a lot to learn. We started from zero knowledge, right? Everybody here starts with zero knowledge. Even if you're a doctor, we have a lot of doctors in our community of business entrepreneurs. We have doctors, we have educators, we have a lot of healthcare workers. Uh, and I'm an accountant, you are an analyst, data scientist, and a lot of learned people, a lot of stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home parents, like they just want to make change. We started from zero, every one of us. So there was a lot to learn, and like anything new, there were moments of uncertainty. It's up and down, up and down. But having a clear reason why we wanted a better future helped us stay focused and continue learning, right?
Yeah.
We have to hold on to our why. You have to have a big why and hold on to it, so that will be your motivation to keep on learning and keep on
I think
growing.
even the book talks about a why.
Yes.
The Think and Grow Rich.
And that's actually
It
like the
gets into that
desire
later, I
you
think.
have.
Yeah.
The desire you have, I think that incorporates in it the why. That's
Correct.
why you have that desire, because you have the why.
Correct. Yeah. That's a
Okay.
great idea.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a great point. That really is what it is.
Yeah.
So so it's kind of like your desires got to be bigger than your like the two shoulders thing, where you got this little guy who's the good guy and the bad guy, right? So
Yeah.
your desires got to be bigger than the guy that's like, got the pitchfork, right? And so he's going to say, oh, you don't want to do this.
We don't want to
do
do this.
No, don't do this. It's going to fail.
There's
Don't
the
do
other
it.
one. So
Yeah. So you want to listen to the good person, right?
wearing
So,
black one and this one wearing white
who
one.
knows, right? Yeah, right. Yin and yang. Yeah, it's perfect. So yeah, that's the thing, right? So your desires got to be bigger than your little voice telling you no, right? So that's a good good thing. And then so power through it, right? Do you want success? Do you want the financial freedom? Do you want to build the business, right? And so that's the thing.
Or maybe it's to spend more time with your family, right?
Could
With
be.
us. You spend time with me, I spend time with you and our
And my
kids,
family.
right?
But more options in your life, maybe something like that. Whatever is in your mind as far as your own desire, right?
Or
That's the
maybe
thing.
is to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Right now we are living paycheck to paycheck plus our online business
Plus
on the
plus.
side,
It's good
right?
to have plus.
Yeah, it's
So I
good to
mean
have
that's yeah.
options.
So
And what else is help maybe to help others while creating this
oh my arm. Yeah,
income
that
online.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be.
And whatever your reason is or reasons are, make it strong enough to keep you moving when obstacles appear, when challenges appear, when you go through bumps. It's not always up. Sometimes it's down and then up,
Maybe
down.
get some friends or get some engagement, right, from people,
Mentors
mentors, right, so
or
to pull you in.
accountability partners for us. In the online business, we have accountability partners. Like I do the go live on Tuesdays. I have four of us accountability partners, and Fridays I also have a group of accountability partners. It helps you to be motivated to have those
It's
people.
tough doing things alone. It really
Yeah,
is. So
because when challenges, sometimes you don't feel motivated that day, you are feeling low, and then here comes accountability partners. They actually, for me, they always lift my spirits up, especially when I'm kind of feeling down about the online business or life itself. And I see my accountability partners or attend the Zoom of my smaller team, and attend the millionaires mastermind of our community of almost 300,000 business entrepreneurs. That lifts up my spirits.
so I think the takeaway would be to basically to write down your biggest goal, and then why do you want that goal, right? So you're translating your desire into some goal that you're looking for. So I think that'd be something for you guys to do if you're interested. Yeah.
And I think we also
What do you want?
mentioned
What do you
about,
want?
yeah, I mentioned about that last night, that be specific. There should be clarity and
Yeah,
be
not like win the lottery. It's got to be something better
like,
than
I was telling, was it last night when I said that your be specific on your desire. Like my example that I gave was like, oh, I want a partner that's white and 6 foot
that. Over 6 foot.
6 foot height, and yeah,
I don't
like
know
that.
anyone that.
So you have to be specific when you do prayers. Like did that as an example. Like when you do your prayer, they say that you have to be specific when you're praying for something that you want. Be specific and be honest. Make that reason powerful enough to inspire you every day, and think of that reason to inspire you really every day.
All right. So and success doesn't start with opportunity, right? So it starts with what your own desire is. So don't wait for the opportunity, right?
Yeah.
It may not come by. So you are generating it yourself. That's the key here.
Yeah.
And then the crazy thing is, like, I was thinking about like a particular record. I sometimes I get vinyl, and so I was just thinking about a particular record, and then it just happens, right? And I just let that go, and it either comes to me or it doesn't come to me, or it comes to me not the way I thought it would come to me, right? So, but it's in the back of my mind. I'm interested in it. It's my own desire, right? So I just like, oh yeah, whatever, and I'll just wait until whatever it is that comes to me. But I'm out there like looking for it, kind of subconsciously, right? I can't explain it. It has happened to me a few times, and and other things too. So I think if you have the desire, you're aware of something, okay, and then you can translate that into not, you're noticing it when it happens, or you're noticing something that connects to what you want when it happens. You're sensitive to that when it comes, because I think people like things go through their lives, but they don't see the hints, right? And then when you don't see the hint or get the hint, then you don't get whatever that was, whatever that fork is, right?
Take it for granted.
So maybe, right? But you're not sensitive to that thing, and then when it happens, you don't see it, right? Because you're not looking for it, right? It's not part of your desire.
You're not conscious.
You're not conscious, and so it passed you up, and
Yeah.
then maybe you realize it years later or whatever,
You
but maybe you
neglect.
never realize it.
You neglect,
You
and
know,
so
so
you
it's better
lose.
to have something there.
You lose the chance
You lose the chance
for the
right?
opportunity.
Right, the opportunity. But the opportunity won't present itself unless you're looking for
Yeah.
it. Okay, that's the difference. And so, or you're manifesting it, right?
Mhm.
Because you're actively thinking, hey, I really want that, or that's my desire, that's my goal. Okay, and or you'll find a way to solve something if when you're frustrated, right? When you're like, oh man, this is crazy, but you know what your goal is. We all have goals at work too. It's like, okay, well, how do I get that goal? What is the easiest way to get that goal? The best way, you know? And you look at options and solutions, okay, and that they may not be what you think it is. And so that's the thing. So you have to train your mind to think. Well, I hate to using these stupid phrases like outside the box, right? So your mind operates in a box of certainty, right? And you need to train your mind to jump outside that certainty, which is what they're saying your comfort zone, right? Or the box. So you train your mind to jump out of that box, and then you're looking for the desire you want, okay? And that way, in that box, you're not going to see the desire because you're too busy with your head down. You're the ostrich. So you have to actually think outside the box to get to that desire and the goal. And then all this stuff will come in because you'll be open for it. Because when you're in the box, you're not going to see that.
You just see the four corners
You
of the
just see the
box.
4 corners of the box, and that's what Steve Jobs. He said like the other day, like, oh, that's the folklore, the way that's always been done. But no, it isn't. Someone had
You
to
can do
generate
something
that.
else.
Someone had to generate the way it's always been done to begin with.
Yeah.
It wasn't always done at one point.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think he should have explained that. It wasn't the way it was always done because something
Somebody
else was
started
always
it.
right. Something else was always done.
Somebody started the
And
idea
changed that
to do that
to
thing.
be the new way it was always done,
Yeah.
right? That's the people that don't remember that part.
And then people see it and then they copy it. So
Yeah, right.
then they can say it's folklore.
It's folklore, right? But they're not looking for the new way it should be done. They get stuck in that old way that someone created that it should be done. So it's just something to think about, right? So that's why it's so powerful to have the desire and the goal. Okay.
Like in our work, there's always this process change.
Yeah.
Process improvement.
Because it's opening an awareness of a new way of looking at something. Okay. And that's the trick. Okay. If it's done right, then there's gain. Okay. There's productivity gain in business, right? But it's also maybe it's a shortcut where you don't have to think so difficult one way. You're cutting parts out so that you get to whatever you need quicker.
But the folklore that you are saying, like
it's folklore.
That's your benchmark. Make it as your benchmark. Don't copy everything that the folklore.
No, don't copy the way you've always done.
You use the folklore and see how you can change the folklore, how
Correct.
the process improvement. You do
correct.
process improvement on the folklore, and the folklore, it should have a different set of eyes, different set of brain. Like you are, like I'm doing the folklore, and then here you are studying me, and then I can do it this different way, and it's a better way. So if you think that you can do my process a better way, why not do it, right? You improve my process, but the benchmark on the folklore itself.
Yeah.
Right.
The analogy from Steve Jobs was that when he built Apple One with Woz, right? I met Woz. They knew the cost of everything. They knew all the cost of all the components. They knew how much it costs. Okay, but then when the Apple II came out, he's asking like, "Hey, well, how much does this cost?" They're like, "Oh, yeah, that's we don't know. We're going to do adjusted costs or some cost averaging, and and then he's like, "What is that all about?" And, "Oh, that's the way we've always done it." They told him that, which is a huge mistake, And so he's like, "What does that mean?" So he's hiring these accountants, obviously, to make the Apple II or other Apple products, but it was just him and Woz, right? And they knew how much everything cost because they knew their margins. Okay, that's the analogy where he gets the folklore from. He's saying it himself, so it's brilliant, right? He'd be a great person to study too. I've tried to study him somewhat off and on, and you go you can get some of his stuff. It's really quite something. If you Instagram, but if you want to look at desire and goals and things like that, and learn from someone who's like Steve Jobs, is a very unique individual, not the dry business stuff. But anyway, so yeah, so it's get the desire, get the goal, right, and then I think
You have a strong why.
what is tomorrow?
Tomorrow, we will be. So anyway, before that, thank you for joining us for this day 8 of the Think and Grow 90 Days Think and Grow Challenge. Tomorrow we will be here again around 8:15 like that, before 8:30, from 8 to 8:30. And so that's the change of our schedule. It's not gonna be late night anymore, because usually late night we're so sleepy, like we can hardly open our eyes. So it's gonna be like between 8 to 8:30, but we will shoot for 8 a.m. right? So for our day 9. So starting today. And thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to all those people who are always supporting us, engaging with us, and just comment down below any reactions, anything that you want to say about today's learning, today's discussion.
Please, you got nuggets too to share. You know,
we will learn. Right? We will learn from you too.
I don't profess to know anything. You
Me
know,
too,
I just
of
pick up
course.
things from everyone else, like everybody else.
Like
does,
for this discussion, we are taking the learning from the book itself, the Think and Grow Rich, and connecting it with applying it to other things, or connecting it to other things that we see around us. But we are not the disclaimer that we are not knowledgeable.
We're not professionals.
Yeah, we're just not professionals in all this.
We're wading through the ocean with a life raft, just like the rest of us. Okay?
We are learning it as we share it with you. So if you have something to say, we will really appreciate it if you also put in the comments below, so we will also learn from you. Correct. Right?
Yes.
So for now, it's Sunday. God bless everyone.
Yes. Take care, everybody.
Take care, and God bless you all. Bye. Bye.